Hi, Steve Cooper, Rank Success, and this is a short video, another one in a little series I'm doing recently, because I've had a real run of strikes and successes with results on promotion selection processes, and people have been kind enough to share their feedback with me, so new sergeants and inspectors. And this one that I'm about to read out to you, I just wanted to share some insights. The reason I kind of highlight these is, one, to let you know there's stuff out there to help you, there's resources out there. I provide free blogs at policepromotion.blog, free podcasts, and you can listen to those on Anchor, Spotify, Google, anytime you like, all to do with police leadership. There's interviews with senior police officers on there. There's lots of things relevant to you as an aspiring promotion candidate for you to just listen to while you're walking your dog or driving your car or commuting into work, and start picking up the ideas, the flavour, some signposts and direction and guidance towards getting that confidence that's necessary to smash your promotion process out the ballpark. And that's where your aim should and could be. And this feedback from Nick is a kind of indication of that. And he starts off and says, "Hi Steve, I attended your masterclass in Birmingham back in March." So it's now, May now. So not too long ago. He was a DS, so I attended it back in March as a DS aspiring to be an inspector. I'm pleased to say I've sat the board since, and I've found out I've been successful. Your masterclass, insights, Spotify podcasts in my car, and digital toolkits were key in developing a breadth and a depth of understanding that assisted me in my board, along with extended reading that I would never have previously considered. Last year I was unsuccessful. This year, amongst my positive feedback, was that I had well-structured answers and a clear understanding of the role of inspector within local and national climate. Kind regards, Nick. So, as I say, officers are kind enough to share their feedback with me. I don't normally mention individual forces because it's irrelevant. There's lots of different processes going on across different forces for different ranks at different times, and so that's not really relevant to this. But what I do want to do is share some of the insights with that, and just raise them here on camera for you, just to think about if they're helpful. So he attended the masterclass. So I do masterclasses. I do a recorded masterclass, and you can buy a toolkit with that included, or you can attend a live one. My next one's on the 30th of September, and the details of that are on my site, and you can book on now. There's limited places on there, so when they're full, they're full. I'm pleased to say I've sat the board and found out I've been successful. Your masterclass insights, so there was clearly something of value on that full day. So it's a pretty full, intense day, the masterclasses, where you only have to turn up with willing to learn, in learning mode, if you like. Everything's provided, materials, lunch, and handouts, etc., together with yours truly delivering it, suited, booted, and a serious head on, leading you through the day on the masterclass. But clearly there's some insights that were helpful there. The Spotify podcasts are my leadership podcast, the Rank Success Police Leadership podcast, and there's lots and lots of stuff on there that you can listen to for free. But clearly, as you listen to them, include them on a daily basis, you pick up different insights, and you pick up insights into yourself, into the process, into what it might involve going forward in a promotion selection process, and you kind of build layers there. So Nick alludes to developing a depth and a breadth of understanding, and I always encourage candidates who are going for promotion, don't just start preparing when your force opens up a process in daily orders, or you see it on the internet or intranet. Promotion processes. It's probably already too late for many people, unless you're absolutely really focused on a CPD plan. It's too late for many people. Then you will see in many of the testimonials on my site at ranksuccess.co.uk that many people started 6, 9, 12 months before, in order to give themselves that run up at this promotion opportunity that they might not have had the dates for when they started preparing, but it helps when they arrive to have that momentum and that traction when they come in, to be able to smash it out the ballpark, but more importantly to set themselves apart and to stand out from any other candidates who only started their preparation when the force opened the process. Happens every year, time and time again, like Groundhog Day, and I feel like a bit of a scratch record saying it sometimes. So what I would encourage you to do if you're listening to this is to start preparing, at least 3 months, very least 3 months, but I would say give yourself the most 12 months before a promotion selection process. Even if you don't know when one's going to happen, they generally happen in forces every year, so you can be rest assured that one's going to happen in your force in due course. It assisted me in my board, along with the extended reading that I would never have previously considered. So when you sign up for my masterclass, I'll send you reading resources. I will signpost and direct and guide you to reading resources. There are links in my digital toolkits to things that, if you don't know what you don't know, you don't know what you don't know. So you can't be expected to know something and show up in a promotion selection process and be unaware of it. So sometimes some of those things are around strategic thinking, strategic evidence. How do you elevate your evidence from sergeant to inspector, for example? Well, there's lots of issues around strategic aspects around that you want to think about and to include as part of your preparation, because it demonstrates to a board or a panel that you're thinking at the appropriate level. So you're not just thinking at CVF level 2 for the competency, you're thinking at the level of the rank, and you're able to talk from that position going forward about what you will do if it's a forward facing question, or understanding the evidence that you're delivering verbally or in writing at the level of inspector. So there's some when he talks about developing a breadth and a depth of understanding, that's what I encourage every candidate to do, is to develop and build a depth and a breadth of preparation, which generally sees you through in terms of preparation through whatever the process looks like. Last year I was unsuccessful. This year my positive feedback was that I had well structured answers. Well, again, in the toolkits, lots of different choices for you and options for you to consider around how you may choose to structure your personal responses in interview or to deliver them in your promotion application. And if it's not a promotion application, sometimes it's exactly the same thing, but it's not called that. It's called write a letter to the Chief Constable explaining why you should be promoted now, why you're ready now. That's exactly the same as a promotion competency application, because often they will say, stick to the job description, stick to the competencies, or please refer to the CVF as you do it. It's smoke and mirrors, and you'll find out all of that if you want to download my digital evidence guide, and I explain some of those issues in there. And the other thing was a clear understanding of the role of inspector. I demonstrated a clear understanding of the role of inspector within local and national climate. So there's an issue, there's a hint about the strategic awareness that I'm talking about, because I encourage you, if you are a candidate, certainly going for inspector or above, to think about your answers as a kind of swinging pendulum, just as an idea that you're talking about local, regionally, nationally, internationally, and this pendulum swinging, and as you talk you're covering these issues to demonstrate that you're well informed, well read, well prepared, and even if that's just local, force wide and national, that pendulum swings through 3 points and you're talking to each of those 3 points. So again, that clearly worked as well, and all of that is explained in the digital toolkit. So I hope you found some helpful insights in that. I have, as I have done in all the feedback I've received over the last week or so. And if you are someone who's going through a process, please let me know if you've kind of availed yourself of my resources, or you've been listening to the podcasts or the reading my blogs. I'm always pleased to find out. Send me a short paragraph about your experience, and I will include it and perhaps share some insights with listeners. I will be back with another video in due course, and until then, take care and stay safe.